Hello everyone. Thank you for joining me. My name is Heidi Corona and this is Spirit Speaks Live. I am so glad to have you with me no matter where you're tuning in. I'm tuning in from Modesto, California. Sunny California, it's warm here. So tonight, since you may not know me unless you already follow me on Facebook, I wanted to introduce myself a bit because I had a spontaneous spiritual awakening, and that is happening more and more and more commonly these days. I'm seeing this all over the place. It's happening to folks. People don't know what's going on, and I want to give you my own personal story of kind of how it happened to me and what has happened since, and then I'll take a caller. Let me just sip my water just one moment. So let me start by saying I'm an intuitive life coach and a spiritual teacher with Spirit Speaks. My website is www.spiritspeaks.org. I do a lot of things on Facebook. My Facebook page is facebook.com/spiritspeaks11. That's facebook.com/spiritspeaks and the number's 11. So you can follow me there and check me out. My mediumship spontaneously opened up in church, actually. It was Mother's Day, and I was in church with my mom and my kids, and we had recently lost several family members, and we were all grieving. It was a hard time for us. And on Mother's Day in church, I remember I was so incredibly happy. I was so happy and I was so high vibe. I had my mom, I had my children, there were other family members and loved ones there, and I remember feeling so good and so present in the moment. And we were singing worship songs with the church. It was beautiful, very high vibe. And as the service was wrapping up, I went to hug my Aunt Kelly, who's in spirit. I went to hug her granddaughter, who was her favorite. And I went to hug her granddaughter, just tell her I love her. And all of a sudden, I heard this voice shouting in my ear, tell her grandma loves her. And I heard the urgency of the tone, and I recognized the voice. The voice was my Aunt Kelly's voice. And it changed things for me. Not only did I recognize my aunt who's in spirit speaking to me, telling me, urging me, pleading with me to tell her granddaughter her favorite, tell her grandma loves her, but I felt her shake my shoulders. Like, it really kind of freaked me out, I can honestly say. It really startled me. So she shook my shoulders, and all I did was put her at arm's length and said, your grandma loves you. And she said, I know. And I left it at that, and I started to cry, not because I was sad, but because I was so happy. Prior to this happening, I believed that there was a heaven and a hell, and death was the end. And would we ever see our relatives again? I didn't know. And I hoped that I would make it to heaven, and hoped that they would make it to heaven, and we would meet there. But when my aunt spoke to me in church, and I delivered that message for her, when my aunt spoke to me in the church, beliefs were shattered, and my life was changed. I couldn't deny what I was experiencing. And I want you guys to know that that is happening more and more often. That is happening to people now. I want folks to be aware, because boy, the consciousness is raising at this time. And I had signs even before that I never saw, that I didn't realize were spirit signs, spirit messages. And you might be getting spirit messages that you may not know, understand. You may just brush them aside as this or that. I went to the optometrist because I was seeing lights in my eye, and they found no cause. They didn't know what it was. Everyone was baffled. The lights were my spirit family that was in my auric field, guys. I had no idea. But when these things happen and there's no 3D cause, you can't figure it out, finally, you can't justify it any longer. You can't brush it aside any longer. And if you're seeing lights, hearing some voices, maybe of past relatives, lean into it. They are so present with us. They definitely are. And I want you guys to know that after that point, I really thought, okay, am I crazy or what's going on? Because I'm a normal person. I'm a regular person. I'm not a psychic person. That's what I thought. So I dove in. I dove in to find out, how does this work? What is happening to me? I read so many books on the subject. I've taken courses by so many teachers and absorbed all of the information that I possibly could that resonated with my soul, guys. That is how I've been on my spiritual path, my spiritual journey. I was a regular person, and this happened to me. I leaned into it. I'm so sorry for the interruptions, guys. This is all a learning experience for me. This is my first broadcast, and I am so excited that you are tuning in with me and putting up with this kind of technical stuff going on. And doesn't that happen often? I just want to say, I don't want to solidify that or something, but tech issues and our high vibe energy, is that not serious? Am I not the only one? I know you guys have felt this, right? Have you ever had any light bulbs going off? Have you ever had any electrics going wonky? I kill every car battery I've had. I knock on wood right here and now because I have a beautiful new truck that I love and I don't want to drain her poor battery. But the 4 prior vehicles, all different makes and models, I have somehow managed to drain the freaking battery to the point that I have to buy a new one or carry a jumper with me. Has that happened to anyone else? Weird, energetic things that go on. I want to talk, since we're talking about these wonky electrics and these kinds of things going on, I want to talk a little bit about grounding our energy, because as we raise our vibration and our auras expand and our energy is raised like that, sometimes we can have an effect on these old wonky 3D electronics that we have, right? These kinds of things. So when our energy gets too expanded, sometimes that can happen. So let's talk about pulling our energy in a little bit. We might do a little kind of exercise here since we're all here, right? We're going to this is a good cleansing practice. Thank you. My guides are like, okay, jump in. We're going to do a cleansing practice here. So if you would like to participate with this, just follow along. If you're able to close your eyes, you can do so. If you can do so safely only, please. But let's just take some deep breaths in and out for a moment. I'll just ask 3. 1, in the nose, out through the mouth. These are just cleansing breaths. How often do you breathe deeply and really open your lungs, okay? 1 more, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And another, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just settling in like that for 3 deep breaths in and out resets the system, guys. Don't you feel that calmness kind of settle over you as you do that intentionally? So right now, I just want to address those who are listening and those who are participating in this. We all worry. We've got a lot going on in this world, right? And we're all worried about loved ones, worried about the future, worried about the past repeating itself, these kinds of things, right? We worry a lot, and sometimes we can worry our energy right out of our own field. And we start to feel really depleted, guys. We start to feel drained, tired, grouchy, irritable, just not ourselves. So this cleansing ritual that we're going to do real quick can help you at any time to do this, anytime you would like to do this on your own. So I would like for you, and I'm going to just intentionally call all of your own energy back into your auric field. I know this may sound silly, but if you're listening to this and you're a believer, you have a psychic inclination, you have your own energy management tools that you can use as well that'll help you in your 3D life. This is one of them. I want all of my energy back to me, please, Spirit. Anything I've left with anyone else, any worry, anything someone else has taken from me, I would like all of my energy to come back into my auric field. Thank you. And I feel that coming back to me. If you don't feel it, just know it. Just know that your guides Your higher self and spirit has your back. They are helping you with this practice. So once your energy is back to you, thank you, Spirit. I would like to send anyone else's energy that I may have picked up that's in my field back to them, please, because that is correct. That is balanced. Everyone needs their own energy where it should be. So I send anyone else's energy back to them, please. Anyone else's energy. And I even feel my field getting a little lighter. Guys, I must have picked up some things since I've done this last. And once that's done, allow yourself to release anything that does not serve you. And this will go down your grounding cords. Feel it melt from the crown of your head down through your body, completely down, and release that below your feet and into the earth. Mother Earth wants to take that from you. It helps her to grow trees in another country. Let me tell you what. She transmutes everything that we can't use any longer. Anything that's negative for us, we can release that right down to Mother Earth. And that's what we will do right now. Any obstacles to my path, anything that doesn't serve me, anything negative in my life, even if I don't know to ask, Spirit, I trust that you know what's not good for me and you will help me release whatever that is. And then I will sit and I will allow that to drain from my field and know that Spirit and my guides and my higher self are taking care of that, and so are yours, guys. Breathe that in. Know that your guardian angel is standing behind you right now with your guardian angel's beautiful hands above your head, right above your head. Do you feel tingling? Do you feel tingling or electricity up there? Do you feel sensations around you? This is your team saying, we are doing this for you. We are here. You can do this on your own. You can cleanse your field in such a way on your own at any time, and it helps you to just feel, it helps me to just feel a little more balanced, a little more myself. How do you guys feel? How do you guys feel? Now that we've done all that energy management stuff, let's just talk a touch about boundaries. There's a lot of energies floating around out there, guys. And we have energetic boundaries that are kind of like a tiny little wall that encapsulate our auric field that keep us from the rest of the world, right? Do you see these little energetic boundaries that keep us in and keep them to themselves? Very healthy, okay? Sometimes when we don't have an energetic practice, our boundaries can get real crazy depending on our life circumstances. I know people I have read for whose boundaries were like a cement castle of a brick wall, guys. I could not get in there. I had to wait for them to drop that drawbridge before I could receive the message from their guides. That is how thick and strong some people's boundaries are. That is not necessarily a healthy boundary to keep all the time, right? But that was healthy for that individual. It's what they felt they needed at that time. Some people have no boundaries at all. Some people have very poor boundary management. So we're going to just touch on boundaries now that our energies are so clear right now, guys, right? You've gotten all your energy back, released everyone else's, released anything that didn't serve you. Now on your boundary walls. Personally, I like to put a mirror on my boundary wall, and I invite you to do the same and try it and see how you feel. I allow Spirit to coat the wall of my aura boundary with a mirrored surface that allows only positivity in, and anything negative coming my way, it'll return that. It'll bounce off the mirror and return it right to sender. Not in any kind of way. But because I don't want to allow the intentions of others to affect my own energy. And sometimes that happens, guys, especially when we're engaging with others in our lives. So I'm going to put a mirrored surface on the outer edge of my boundary wall. And we're going to ask Spirit to go ahead and put a mirror on the outside of your boundary wall that will protect you from any negative energy entering your field. And you can receive all positive energy, all uplifting energy, but nothing negative will phase you as long as you have that on your boundary wall. And if you feel it slipping, guys, just reinforce it a little bit. Just say, hey, Spirit, hey, guides, let's reinforce my mirror boundary again. Let's cleanse my energy. How do you feel, guys? I hope you feel great. I hope you picked up some tools with me today. And if you wanted to connect with me on a deeper level, don't forget, my website is spiritspeaks.org, www.spiritspeaks.org. Check me out. And also, I am going to be doing an after party where I will do some free card pulls for people on my Facebook page. So jump over there and catch me live Wednesday night after party at facebook.com/spiritspeaks11. facebook.com/spiritspeaks, and the number is 11. I see you guys next time, and I send you so much love and blessings. Thank you.